I never greeted anybody. I never took any pictures with anybody. As much as I know you, I'm not taking a picture with you because I'm also a star. I'm here.
Yeah. Hello, friends. I'm Silalei, and welcome to The Narrative. This podcast is where our guests can set the record straight and give us an inside look at their lives, challenges, and inspirations. We talk about anything and everything sports, but most of all, we have a good time. Now, today I'm talking with the 9th fastest man of all time in the 100 meters. Yes, Kenyans are known for running, but sprints? Ferdinand Omanyala is an anomaly, and today I'm going to find out more about his journey to the top. Ferdy, welcome to The Narrative.
Thank you so much.
Now, for those who English is their third, fourth, fifth language, anomaly is something that deviates or moves away from what is expected, what is the norm, what is the standard. Ferdy, we Kenyans, we don't have sprinters.
Mm-hmm.
Now, your journey actually started when you were playing rugby.
Yeah.
Take us through how you got into rugby and then somehow transitioned into athletics.
Yeah. I played rugby in high school, and I joined my rugby in the last 2 years of high school, because high school basically is 4 years in Kenya.
Yeah.
So the first and the second year I was juggling between hockey, basketball, and football. I played once. Nika slide, I fell down. I said, I can't do that. So I joined basketball a bit for like one term, but the discipline, your time I was a bit indisciplined, per se.
I have to know, what position did you play in basketball?
Mostly I was a guard, and I was good at doing the 3 points.
Yeah.
So I was short, so I couldn't go and dive and throw the 2 pointers.
Yeah.
So it was about just at the D, don't get in the D, swing the ball.
I can
3
see
points.
it. I'm picturing it. I can picture it.
Yeah, I started to get better, but then come friend school, come singer. That's why I was in high school. Was a bit, a disciplined school. So I fell back a bit. So I decided to go and study. And then in Form 2, the end of my Form 2, there was interclass rugby. And people knew I was fast, because I was really fast in the court, moving back and forth. Also, I tried hockey, but it was, the ball and the stick are just too hard to hit me. No, I can't accept that. So people were seeing me, I was fast. So during the interclass rugby, I was asked to play the rugby. So I said, the only thing you need to do is just catch the ball and give me the ball and run. So that's how I started. And I was just catching the ball at the wing, and then I just speeding
Take off
and scoring the tries. I managed to take the class up to the finals, though we did not win, but I was the main impact player for that class. So the rugby coach for high school called me up and said, I will train you to be a rugby player. And that's what he did. And I played for Form 3 and Form 4. And then I got into the school team in Form 4. I played rugby sevens. I got a call up to join the under-20 sevens team. But then coming here, there was no trial. So that just fed away like that. Because you see, after high school, it's all about doing your computer courses, doing a driving class, and then waiting for the university, because now the intake was coming in September. I passed my exams. I got an A-, and then I got to Chiromo.
Okay.
Still doing Bachelor of Science in Chemistry. So I got into Mean Machine, the rugby club, but then again, rugby there was tough, because Kenya Cup is no joke.
I believe it.
People are playing for their lives there. So the game was tough. I decided to drop down a bit. I went to the championship level. Championship is basically like high school, because it's not, it doesn't need a lot of tactics, and there are no big-bodied people there. So that's where I fit. So I joined Mount Kenya University, a rugby club. They were training at Railways. Although I was studying at UN, I joined the club. So there I got another family, and they were so welcoming. So that's how I continued my rugby. So in that team, there's a guy who used to run before. So he asked me, have you ever tried athletics? And I said, no, I even don't know if there's a sprints in Kenya, because I've never heard of any.
Exactly. Exactly.
So he told me there's always sprints. So he guided me, told me to go and download the Kenyan Athletics Kenya calendar, which I did. And following it closely, I saw there's always events which are free of charge, and you don't need to pay anything. Just go, appear, and play. And run. So I went for my first in Mumias, That was my first ever athletics event. So getting there, I see these guys coming with Kenyan kits and, you know, with their shades, and they're looking professional, and I'm there with my rugby kit, my rugby
You came with a
shorts.
t-shirt and
Yeah,
some small
like
shorts.
a full tight.
Oh my
'Cause
gosh.
I couldn't run with this
Yeah.
in that time because I was not used to it.
Yeah.
So I get there and I see these guys and I'm like, what have I come to do here? But I told myself, you can't come from Nairobi and come here and then do nothing. You have to perform. So that was my first ever event, and I won.
By how much did you win? Did you dust
I don't
people?
care. I won.
You won. That's what matters.
Yeah, that's what matters.
Okay.
So I won that event. That gave me a very good foundation for who I am today, because
Okay.
it gave me the confidence, it gave me the perseverance to continue learning new things about the sport, and I fell in love with sprinting, and
Yeah.
that's how the
Things-
journey just
yeah,
started.
that's how the journey started. Okay, awesome. So that's now the beginning.
Yeah.
So you go there, you dust people in Lumias, and then now you go to your first international race. It's the World Relays, right? In the Bahamas.
Yes.
And you finish 7th.
Yeah.
So, I mean, a lot of people just give up from that point. And you're like, you know what? Well, let me go back to rugby.
Yeah, because you see, my first year in sport, that was 2016.
Yeah.
Now coming 2017, there was the World Relays, and I made my first ever team as to wear the national colors, and that was a big motivation for me. I said, I'm not going there to compete.
Yeah.
I'm going there to participate, because I know nothing about this sport so far, because I'm just a beginner. So going there and seeing these people we've been seeing on TV, the likes of Johan Blake, Tyson Gay, Justin Gatlin, seeing
The
all
big
these,
names.
the big names. And that was, for me, it was all about just going there, seeing what these people do, and just learning how they do stuff. So we went there, got the finals, were number 7. So for me, it's all about growth. Every day I want to grow. It's not like I'm just looking at the moment, because people lose, sometimes we win, but the most important thing is the progress, how you grow every day.
Yeah.
That's what matters to me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So now take us again, fast forward, your first qualification to the Olympics.
Mhm.
You know, I think it's like I remember when I first was named captain to the national team. I went to school in the States. I played basketball at a small school in Pennsylvania.
Uh-huh.
And when my teammates found out that I was captain of the national team, they were like, "What? Can you come? Can you have a master class? Can you talk to the school?"
Yeah.
Whereas here, it was like, it's not that big of a deal.
Mm.
And I feel like even now with the Olympics is huge.
It's a huge sport.
There are people who dedicate their whole lives just to qualify the
for the
Olympics.
Yeah.
And I feel like here in Kenya, we still kind of treat it very casually. Nilienda, nilirudi, and
Yeah, because you see, people really don't appreciate our athletes, because you see, if you're in Kenya and then you travel abroad, you're treated better abroad than you're treated here. So I don't know why it's like that,
Yeah.
but Kenyans need to realize, and they need to appreciate. People really don't understand how big what I've done for this country.
Yeah.
They really don't understand yet.
Yeah.
There are very few people who understand.
Yeah.
But if you look at it closely, it's a massive thing.
yeah.
Yeah, it's a big motivation to the next generation.
Mhm.
But people don't really understand that. So it's normal.
It's hopefully it'll improve.
Hopefully it will change.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Yeah.
So now when you went to your first Olympics, did you have a lot of doubters? Like, were you super nervous, or were you confident about what your performance would be? Because you come across to me as someone who is very cool under pressure.
Yeah, because I thrive under pressure.
Mhm.
Because you see, if there are any races that I perform are the races that have so much pressure. People are filled in the stadium. There's so much hype around the race. Every day you're being posted on the newspapers. That's what will make me perform.
Mm.
But if you see a race, let's say they say just normal race,
Yeah.
no much of competition. Maybe you just know you're going to win that race. I don't always run fast,
Mm.
but if I know this race has pressure, it's a win or die. It's a win or lose.
Mhm.
I know I'll perform better. So I thrive under pressure. So the Olympics, qualifying at the Olympic Games, and then I remember there's this lady who told us, I don't think you're going to get even through the heats, because it's the Olympics.
Yeah.
So just go there, have
So
fun.
she was just being realistic.
Yeah, go there, have fun. But deep down, I was telling myself, I can't qualify to go and get out of the heats, because we have all qualified. It's not like the other people are just superhumans. We're all human. We all feel the pressure. We have all qualified. The mark was 10:05. I've run 10:02. That means I've qualified. So it's not like I've been given a chance to go
Yeah.
and compare the Olympic Games. So
Yeah.
I was telling myself, you have to go there and leave a mark. Make sure you stamp your authority on that field. So that's what I did. I went there, and people thought it will be my first time at the Olympic Games, and you'll be fascinated by all these buildings, all these superstars, because you're in the same village, you're meeting with different people. These basketballers from the US, you're meeting with tennis players all over the world, you're meeting with everybody because it's the Olympics. You're meeting with the rugby players we've always been watching on TV. So people thought I'll see them, get starstruck. Yeah. But I thank God for my mental strength. That's one thing that I really hold on, and that's one thing that I really appreciate God for. My mental strength is just on another level. Because I remember I was just, I really admire Johan Blake. I remember we're just passing, and like I've seen him is that one, he's coming, and we just pass each other as if nothing has happened. I never wanted any distraction before you compete. That's what I said. I never greeted anybody. I never took any pictures with anybody. As much as I know you, I'm not taking a picture with you because I'm also a star. I'm here at the Olympic Village. So my main aim and my job here is to perform. I did not come here to socialize. That's what was behind my mind. Anytime I get out of my room, go and eat, come back, go and train, come back. If the competition day is there, go to the warm-up track, do your runs, do your warm-up, go and compete, come back to the room. Nothing else.
In the zone.
Yeah, that's what I put myself into when I was going to the Olympic Games.
Wow.
Yeah.
So now, like maybe for the 2024 Olympics, you might take a few selfies, hapa na pale.
They will take selfies with me.
They'll take selfies with you.
I
like that. I like that. Did you guys hear that? Yes, you will take selfies with me.
Yeah, they will take selfies with me.
That's dope.
Yeah.
I really, really like that. Now, Ferdy, set the record straight. It was the World Athletic Championships in Oregon, right?
Oregon, yeah.
The radio stations, TV stations, newspapers, everyone was like, what is going on? What do you mean he doesn't have a visa? What do you mean he's late? Set the record straight. What actually happened that caused that delay? And once getting there, do you think that delay contributed to not getting past the semi-final round?
Yeah, of course. A week to the games, we went and applied for visas as a team. All the passports came back except mine. So we really don't know the reason up to now.
Yeah.
But a few calls were made. I got my passport like a day to the games.
Yeah.
So I left here at 6 p.m.
And you have no idea why it was delayed, what was going on?
No, we were not given any reason.
They didn't know you were the great Ferdinand Omanyala?
At the embassy, people were taking pictures with me. I don't know.
Can you imagine?
I really didn't understand what was going on. But finally, I got my visa.
Yeah.
A day to, like 11 a.m. on Thursday. And my rest is on Friday, 6 p.m. And it's not just in this continent. It was in the US. A place where you have to fly more than 16 hours to get there. So
Oregon is West Coast.
It's
that's like an 11, 12-hour time difference.
10 hours. So go to the plane from here to Doha, 6 hours. Doha to Seattle, another 16 hours. And then Seattle to Oregon, 2 hours. And then land and go to the field. So, of course, I couldn't perform. As much as I was smiling to the cameras, I was being positive. I was being the most positive athlete in this arena, but my body wasn't feeling great.
Yeah.
Because I remember in the semi-finals, I didn't even sleep the previous night because I got to the race. And then after the race, I went to be tested. And then I was getting to my room like 12. Actually, not to my room. I went to the village at 12. And then looked for I went to look for a physio. I did a physio for like 2 hours up to around 2 a.m.
Yeah.
And then I went to look for my bags because I came straight from the airport. So I went to look for my bags. So I got my bags around 3 a.m. And then now trying to find sleep. There's no sleep. I sleep and then I thought I've slept so much. Waking up, it's 5 a.m. because there's no much sleep because now of the time difference, 10-hour difference.
Right.
So I wake up at 5, try to get sleep, no sleep. And then I'm having the semi-finals in the evening at around 6. So, I just could. I tried to go and do some joggings, but my body was feeling feverish. And then I was just like tired extremely.
Yeah.
So
understandably so.
Yeah. So I went to the semi-finals. I tried my best.
We could see.
I was, I think, number 14 out of 56.
Yeah.
Yeah. But of course, that really affected my performance because my target was to run a 9.6. And a 9.6 could have won the World Championships.
Yeah.
And because of all that was happening, because we never trained the last 2 weeks of that towards the event, so that means your body now at least it has moved like 2 steps back from where you left. So it was what it was, and we learn and move.
Yeah.
Yeah, I say no regrets.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything is a lesson in this life. Yeah.
Next time you let me know. People are harassing you. You and Ambis. I know people that know people.
Olympics
I'll start throwing
2028.
threats.
My visa will have expired. Olympics 2028.
Then you're set. You're set. Okay. Now you've said often that racing is 90% mental strength.
Yeah.
Elaborate a bit on that. Like, what do you mean by that?
So you see, you might be the best athlete in training. You've trained
physically.
Yeah, you're physically fit.
Right.
You're ready for everything. You're ready for this race. But the moment you get there, and then you see me warming up, and you're like, "What? This guy is warming up. His warm up looks faster." So you see, you started taking it into your head, and then you start to feel like, "I don't think I'll be this guy." So that's where now the mental strength comes in. You can't judge me by the look of how I'm warming up, because sometimes there are these athletes who really warm up well, but then when they get to the field, they do nothing.
Right. Yeah.
So that's now where the mental strength comes in, because you might get into the field, you've never gotten in the stadium, and then you just get in through the tunnel, and then when you get to the field, you see there are like more than 60,000 people in the stadium, and everybody is looking at that 100 meters. So if you don't have that mental strength, you'll crack. Like, you're not going to run.
Now, is mental strength kind of like, is it like shutting out all kinds of thoughts and focusing in on one thought, or what exactly
really.
does it look like?
Mental strength is not being distracted by anything that's happening around you.
Yeah.
Because you might be running against the best in the world. You might be playing against the best in the world. So shutting everything and saying, I'm better today.
Yeah.
Nobody's better than me. It doesn't matter the records that you have. It doesn't matter what you've said in this world. But today in this field, I'm better than you. That's where now the mental strength comes in.
Okay.
The confidence that builds and burns up in you is what I think mental strength is. And also, when you're in a race, and something might happen. There might be a false start. There might be like, this guy might get off the blocks before you. So you see, the urge and the part where you stay relaxed and you come and overtake this guy at the last 80 meters, that's where now again the mental strength comes in. Because you might get off the blocks very slow, but then you compose yourself and say, I'm still in this race. You see, you don't get distracted by what this guy is, or you don't run this guy's race. That's what now where mental strength comes in.
Let me tell you, Freddie, I don't envy you guys at all. Like, even like watching, like, Olympics and the athletics events, especially like the 100 meters, 200 meters. Like at the start line, when you guys start shaking your legs, and
when the guy says on your marks, and the whole field goes silent.
Everything is silent. I'm like, I would lose it. I'd be like, time out. Let me go drink some water. I'm coming back.
I always give this example. 100 meters is like a cow that has been taken to a slaughterhouse. Once you get into the field, there's no turning back.
There's no turning back.
It's either you run or you lose. The moment the cameras have all introduced you guys, and it's now on your marks.
Yeah.
You can't go back. It's either you run and win. So you have to, at that moment is where all my pressure dies down.
Yeah.
Because now I know this is it.
In the zone.
This is it. I mean, like, you have to run and run fast.
Yeah.
Because whatever is going, the rest of your life maybe is going to be determined by these 10 seconds or 9 seconds.
Yeah.
So it's either you compose yourself and run fast as possible, or you get shaken up and lose this race and plan for another, of which the situation will be the same.
Yeah.
You'll find yourself in another big race again.
Yeah.
So you have to just make sure you live that moment.
So when guys have like a false start, and I think one of the biggest false starts ever was when Usain Bolt had that false start at 100
in the World
What? People cried tears. Like, what happens in that moment? I don't know if you've ever had a false start, but is it like you've lost a bit of focus and in your head you've already heard the...
Yeah. Because it always, for me, false starts always distract me big time. Because now, when you go for the second take, my mind could be another false start. Now you're not focusing on the finish line. You're focusing on to hear the second gun.
Yeah.
You guys are being recalled to come back to the blocks. So it's always a distraction. So anytime I go into a race, I always tell people, please don't false start.
Whatever you do.
Whatever you do, please don't false start. Because it's always, it may reduce the time maybe by 0.1 or 0.2 seconds, and that's a lot. 400 meters.
Right. Okay. Now, I want you to take us through a day in the life of Ferdinand. like a weekday, like a training day, and then maybe like a weekend, so you're with the family, etc., etc. What does that look
Yeah,
like?
it depends on the part of the season. Like right now, we're just taking everything slowly because my next international is in April, so we have much of time to prepare. So now we're just building it up slowly. So Mondays to Fridays to Saturdays, you will find me here because this is my second home. This is where I train. This is where because even the workers here understand.
Yeah.
Anytime I get here, this I can access anything. So
Yeah.
this is like my home. I
All right.
always stay here. Sometimes 9 hours a day because now this is like my office. So Mondays train, evening come and train, get home, shower, eat supper, sleep. Another day again. Mostly if we train 9 hours the previous day, the following day we don't do that. We just do 2 sessions and then we are free for the rest of the afternoon. So that's in the afternoon, I go and stay with my son, watch movies, just chill and recover, or maybe do some massage. And then most of the Wednesday we always rest. So maybe we do like a session maybe from 6 to 7 in the morning. And then now we are free the rest of the day.
Okay.
And then Thursdays we do mostly 2 sessions, morning gym sessions and track, or either we do 1 session, like we pull the sleds, resistance training basically. And then Friday we always do the same as Monday. So Mondays and Fridays are always the toughest days.
Yeah.
And then Saturday we always focus on the speed, like now to make sure that you get all the cues, the start, you're getting the starts right, you're getting the load drive, the acceleration part, everything set. So that's always done on Saturdays because we have so much time. So we always do from like 8 to around 2.
Right.
We're just here trying to get everything right, trying to get your steps right. So that's what we do on Saturdays. After that, go home, sleep. Sometimes we go out for dinner, but these days I don't because I'm a lot of distraction to those hotels, and so you might get into a hotel.
Oh my gosh!
Get into a hotel, and then all the chefs are like, "Oh, I want to take a selfie,"
Yeah,
so they forget about the
yeah.
other. So we stopped. Said they're not going out, but once in a while,
Yeah.
we take the family out, have a bonding session. Sundays is always sleeping because I always like they're always the shortest days. Sundays are always the shortest
Sundays
days.
are the shortest days.
Yeah,
They're like
'cause
6 hours long.
you wake up at maybe 10,
Yeah.
go to church up to around 12, come back again, sleep from like 3 to around 6.
Yeah.
The day is done.
I know. I know. By the time you're done,
again,
you played with your
yeah,
child.
Yeah.
You just try to zuba a bit, not think about anything.
It's already dark.
Yeah.
So
It's the evening.
so Sundays are always the shortest days,
Yeah.
and then now Monday we repeat. So that's how it's always been this pre-season part.
Okay.
But when we get to the season, mostly we only do 1 sessions, morning sessions.
Okay.
We just train, like we get to the gym, do track, we're done for the day. Mostly we rest on Wednesdays again. We just rest on Wednesday. But now the training is not that as tough as it is now.
Oh, okay.
because
So
we are building.
the heavier load is in the off season.
Yeah, the off season.
Now, when you tell us about your diet, I understand your favorite meal is ugali and fish, but I know this body was not
That was
built
mom.
on ugali and fish. So we must
Yeah,
know
of
what
course.
do you eat on a day-to-day basis?
I always make sure my meal is balanced. But now we've incorporated a nutritionist in our team. So starting this week, we're now doing it professionally. We have now a diet being set. Maybe the world record is just a diet away.
Yeah,
so
true. So true.
So we've incorporated one LED. She's now coming in as our nutritionist. So we'll see what she says and what she prescribes. So I'll follow everything she says. Whatever, even if she's saying eat an egg every day from morning to evening, I'll do that. So long as we'll see the impact of it.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. So now give us an example of like what a breakfast would look like for you.
It depends. If you're waking up too early, then we're in a hurry because we have to pack, we have to like put on your clothes and you have to rush out, get to the gym. So basically it's always about flex and cereals. So just do cereals. But on a good day, like where we are not waking up or rushing to anywhere, I always mix eggs, mix with ndumas and the sweet potatoes, all those things, sausages, everything in one meal and just eat it.
Do you ever eat junk food? Or is that like
yeah,
so bad for?
I can't say no,
Yeah.
but I do once in a while. Yeah, once in a while.
Oh, okay.
Not every time though.
Not every time.
Not every time.
Okay, so understood. Understood. Now, Ferdy, you are extremely successful on the track. I would say that you are also successful off the track in terms of your family life. You look like you have a great marriage. You look like you have a very supportive wife. How does that contribute, you think, to your success in your career?
Of course it does, because for athletics, it's all about your mind. If you're not settled in the mind, then whatever you're going to do in track maybe will not make any impact, because you need to get out of here, go back home to a peaceful family.
Yeah.
Because you have to get a peaceful home. If you don't have peace, then for me, peace of mind is everything. So if I have peace, if I know my son is living well, if I know my family is staying, they're in a good condition and they're having the best of their lives, then I'm also at peace, knowing that whatever I'm doing is going back to them indirectly, but it's helping them. Yeah.
Okay. And how did you meet your wife?
My wife is also a sprinter, so we met in track.
Give me a smile. He's starting to blush. Oh my gosh, we met 6 years ago.
Yeah. We met on track. She was at Moi University. I was in UN, so we're doing university games. That's where we met in 2016.
All right.
Yeah.
So you were throwing in lines, Ama?
Yeah, Ali play had to get for like 6 months.
Standard.
But
that's standard.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know why. We have
to. You have to work for it.
If you find a guy who's not patient, he'll leave you.
Then he was not worth it. Then he was not worth it.
And then when you get to around 40, you start saying, I need any man. Ladies, don't be like that.
You have to work for it.
I know, but don't keep that much of a distance. At least check on him once in a while, at least.
So we run a bit, then we
we
run a bit, then we let him catch up.
Don't run away from everybody.
Completely.
But yeah, she played hard to get for some time, but we started dating in January of 2017.
Yeah.
So, and it was growth and growth and growth. We've been through a lot together. She's been there. She's been very supportive.
Yeah.
And yeah, she's been a lot.
Yeah.
She's been supportive. She's been my advisor. Sometimes I do some things that are not correct. She tells me, so she's been a very good influence.
That's really nice.
In my life.
That's really nice. What would you say is your most special memory with her?
When we first got our son, I remember when she told me I'm pregnant, and then we had some discussions, negative, positive, but we settled on raising the kid. So that's one of the memories that I always remember, and saying that was the best thing we did.
Yeah, the best decision you guys ever made.
Yeah.
Nice. Does your son have your personality or your wife's?
It's mixed, but mostly I see myself in him.
Okay. All right. Now I want to allow you to get your rest and do what you need to do for the rest of the day. But before I let you go, Freddie, tell us, what is the biggest accomplishment? I know you've said that you're getting into 2023 like this, like guns blazing.
Yeah.
So what big accomplishment are you looking forward to next year on the track and also off the track?
Winning the World Championships. I missed it this year because of the visa, but next year coming in hard in France. I mean, in Budapest. France will be 2024 in Budapest. And then that will be my first. My second will be winning the Diamond League trophy in the same field I was in Oregon. The Diamond League finals are in Oregon.
Oh, so they're in Oregon again.
I'm going back
this
there.
This time you're going to go early?
I'm going back there. Of course. My main target is to win that trophy.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Now, what about off the track? You want to learn how to dance Zumba, maybe horseback riding lessons?
No, I want to learn how to swim. I've started my swimming classes, so I really hope that by January or Feb, I'll be like a fish and just gliding in water, getting to that. I always like when the swimmers get into the other end of the pool and they do a backflip and they push themselves on the wall. I hope I'll do that one day.
Okay. But then I can't do that. For me, I think I'll drown. As soon as I start doing the flip, I'll just drown.
I really hope. But now my problem is my big body. I think even if I want to float, so I really pray and hope that I'll be able to float in the next 2 or 3 months.
In the next 2 or 3 months, I'm sure you'll figure it out.
Yeah.
But thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Freddie, you're becoming a household Kenyan name, and why not? I mean, there's a lot to say about a person who can handle disappointments like what happened in Oregon and even throughout your career, and to bounce back and be an inspiration to so many. So, number one fan right here.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.
One thing is, in life, always be positive. Because you'll always find solutions in any situation. And there's no day that's more than 24 hours. Any day, any night will end. And the most important thing is you'll live. What will you live for tomorrow? So be positive, never give up. Life life has a funny way of giving us a lot of blows.
Yeah.
But the most important thing is how you pick yourself up
Yeah.
and face your challenges. So that's always something that has been carrying me along. Yeah.
I'll allow that to carry me, and I'm sure our viewers at home
Yeah, please.
as well.
Yeah. Positivity.
Yeah.
Positivity all the way.
Positivity is the word. Hey, if you
Yes.
liked this podcast, show Ferdy some love in the comments and also let us know who you want to see next on our show. If you liked the video, hit the like button. And if you loved it, then subscribe so you don't miss out on the next episode. We appreciate you guys joining us. See you next time.
Awesome.
That's it.